Has God given America a reprieve from the road it was going down, utter degradation and destruction through Donald Trump? I raise the question again: have God given America a reprieve from the other destruction that was going down? The road was going down, which was going to lead to other destruction. Many people, and I especially know it among Christians, I don't think they really believe the Bible. Because if you believe the Bible, the Bible tells us what happens through history when people turn their back on God. And history just continues to repeat itself. Now, we know what happened to places like um, but Nineveh, Sodom and Gomorrah, those places, they were judged by God. And people just forget these things. Now, what surprises me is that many people who say they are Christians has easily they adapt to the culture, whichever direction the culture goes in. I mean, I'm talking to people, I'm going to church with people, and I see people talking, and when but Obama came to office, and this this LBTGQ thing came to the forefront, people just seem to acquiesce to it. I mean, what happened to the indignation that we had before of such behavior? And I'm just thinking, I said, folks are not. I just don't get it, you know. So I know making this video, I'm going to be talked about, called Uncle Tom or whatever you want to call it. I don't care because it don't make sense to me. Listen, I'm not perfect. None of us are. But what we can't do, folks, we cannot celebrate our imperfections, our weaknesses, our sins, the things that we know, the things that evil that we do. We supposed to get help for it, folks. If you're, if you, as I said before, if you're a serial killer, you're supposed to get mental health. If you're a rapist, you get mental health. If you're a thief, mental health. You tell lies all the time, get mental health. You go to the doctor. That's what he got. And the best doctor there is, folks, is King Jesus. We all got to come. We all got to come to Him and lay our faults at the cross and say, "Lord, help us." So when do we start celebrating one group? We let one group convince us to celebrate their failings, and when do we neglect to provide for our own citizens? Now, so I say that America was on the road to judgment, folks. And I told family members of mine, I said, but I think that God is going to give us a reprieve because he always does. He said he gave it to Nineveh when Jonah was mad because God gave Nineveh a reprieve. Of course, Nineveh eventually destroyed because it went back. And I hate to say it, I know that I'm going to enjoy these years that we have under Trump because I know that, and I hope that these policies will continue for a minute because you don't know, folks. You think that you you're on the side of right when you're trying with the opposing side, whose mission is to install things that anti-biblical, and these people call themselves preachers, and they support that. These things are so. Anyway, I made a video. I made a video prior to the election, which I suggested. I'm not saying I was prophesied, but I feel it in my spirit. I didn't. I didn't call it a prophecy. I said that God is getting ready to do something big, because that numbers anytime you see throughout scriptures that number 7 shows up, it's God's fingerprint. I said He's going to do something big to judge the nation. Gonna bring it down. If he install Kamala, that 7 means he gonna start. If it meant he's gonna start Kamala, that means it's time for judgment. But if he installs uh, if he installed Trump, it means that we're gonna get a reprieve. And so I thank God that we got one. But I'm just gonna play the video just shortly, just so you can. So what I said at that time, that would be the case in that. So that would be the situation with that. So he might install her, but I think I can see God's hand in this one way, and I get what the preacher is saying, because it's usually when God's number shows up, he's going to make a statement. He's going to make a statement to. It seems to me that sometimes when his number shows up, I see in the scripture that he's going to make a statement protecting his word, which is and sit down those who are haughty and think that they can promote that which is even in his name. So I'm not making a prediction, but that could be the case. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't, because this is the number that shows up. I'm looking at the Bible. I see God getting ready to do something, show out in some way, many times. The number 7 shows up. And in this election knows we have 7 swing states. That's God. I call number 7 the fingerprint of God. Because when he get ready to do something, a lot of times that number shows up. So if he may surprise those who promote weakness and who empower. He may sit them all down. You may see them all judged in this coming year. You may see them all diminish, the people who support this agenda. But I don't know. I just know that number 7, or the number 7 could mean that he's going to judge the nation. So he's going to put somebody in there who will lead to their judgment, like Kamala. Because if her policies are expanded, it's definitely going to lead to the judgment of this country. We already been seeing things, storms and everywhere, all kind of crazy storms, and people blaming it on global warming. Okay. I just wanted to share that with you. That's something I said prior to the election. But I want to keep going here. So I'm saying that you see, people, God don't think like you do. Because you can think with whatever the crowd goes. You can jump on the bandwagon. And I'm saying, like I say, most of the people I know, family and friends, they all jump on the bandwagon. Like I say, I'm a I'm a black sheep outside. People gonna say, I don't know. I probably make a few enemies, but this needs to be said. I need to, when I see God, this needs to be on my resume. I said what was right and true. you know, I didn't hold back. So anyway, I'm saying it because it's given to me to say. So I would say that you all we dodged the bullet. Now here's another thing that come see. This is what this is things that Trump is doing that's turning us back from the other depravity. I'll share this with you. Okay, if I can get it to play, here we go.
I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Okay, I just want to share that with you. Folks, that's the truth, folks. That's what's in the Bible. Now, see, folks, you can keep it real now. Either you're going to accept the Bible as truth or you're going to say it's not true. I respect Muslims, some Muslim, Islam, better than I do Christian. At least some of them will say the Bible's a lie, the whole Bible. And they pick it, well, they're not really sincere because they pick and choose different passages which they will accept, because they say they don't disagree with the Quran. So they're not being honest too, but at least these stop being fake, folks. Like Paul was saying, love unfeigned. What do you call it? Without this, a word they use in King James about stuff when you're not real, folks. You got to decide. You got to decide which side. You can't walk in the middle, folks. Like Christ said to the 7 churches, one of the churches, he said, "Because you lukewarm, I'm gonna spit you out." And that's what most of the church is gonna be done, folks. Just like he said, those 7 churches, most of the churches, he gonna spit out his mouth. You're gonna be spit out because you're lukewarm. You're lukewarm. You can't walk. You can't serve 2 masters. You're gonna love one or hate the other. So that's my say, and I think, like I say, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the Trump years because what it does, at least it honors his policies, honors God. There's no perfect man, folks. People complaining about Jesus when he was here. They complaining about the Lord when he appeared on Israel. Complaining about the Lord when he appeared on top of the mountain over there, and they was smoking. When Moses stayed up there too long, they started making a golden calf. People, that's no perfect. You're not going to satisfy people, folks. Nobody thinks. Everybody gonna find an issue with whatever decision you make, and you need somebody there who's a leader who will make a decision and will take action, that's not against God, that is not antichrist. So, folks, more power to him, as I say. I wish you can get 8 more years. Hey, better than that road we was going down, which was total stupidity. Anyway, God bless. Well, I can't play my closing video, so I'm going to play. Let's see if I can play this. Let's try this again.
They look for ways and pass him by. See him now, he just says, I'll ride the cloud with the King of Glory. My star is in his train. I'll ride the cloud